What that did was, for the first time in US history, the median middle class household can no longer afford to buy a house in the average American city. Okay, that's never happened. And what that has done then to the rental market is it captured a level of income that used to be able to afford to buy a house, and it's placed it in the rental market. So people who are just below the middle class, whose income has not gone up, but the rent has gone up 30%. Now, 52% of those households are reporting food insecurity because they're choosing to pay their rent and eat less. Right. Okay. So, how do we solve that problem? Is unless you have a catastrophic collapse in the value of a house that would allow middle class families to afford to buy them,
We don't see that.
or you have to have the gap between what people can afford, credit qualifying, full income verification, middle class households who used to be able to afford to buy a house. You either cover the gap between the mortgage that they could qualify for and the price of the house. Right. And so my idea is to get impact investors. Impact investors are a category of investors who are not simply looking to maximize their return on investment. Impact investors are a category of investors who are trying to achieve some sort of goal other than return on investment. They would like a return on investment, but they will sacrifice a market return on investment to achieve certain things. So, so to that investor, I say, okay, if we could fund the gap, if the house has gone up $100,000 and we could put another $30,000 in it to replace the HVAC and the heating and the AC with high energy efficient heat pumps, right? And water heat pumps, and then put solar panels on the house to make it green certified. Oh, okay. If that package costs another $30,000 for the average house in America, plus the $100,000 gap between what a house was in January 2021 and what it is now, right? If as an investor, you could bridge that gap for a credit qualifying middle class family,
So
right?
the impact investor puts up to 130.
Goes up to 130, right? It sits in second position behind the $300,000 mortgage that the household can afford at
That the house
6.1%. They come with their 3% down and their $300,000 mortgage, and the impact investor provides $130,000 that pays to convert the house to green certification and covers that gap.